Boom. Bum bum. Bum bum. Bum bum. Hey there, StarCraft fans! Falcon Paladin coming at ya on a Tuesday with more StarCraft. It's an entire week of StarCraft, you guys. How incredible is that, ASL ongoing. Ooh, when is the next ASL match? Let's find out real quick. Maybe it's already happened. I didn't know about it. And let's try not to spoil myself here. So, very dangerous going to Wikipedia when you don't want to spoil about results. And, okay, so yes, we do have our finals. I squinted, so I didn't see who it was. Good job, me. So we've got our finals. I'm going to wait for the Tastosis cast before watching the semifinals of ASL 21. But our finals are set already. So, should be pretty good. Stream title says it's Dying Light. Why, in the name of all that is holy, is it doing that?
Are you ready for some nerd power?
Dear Twitch. Oh, look at that. Dear Restream.io, why you don't? Alright, should be updated now. Restream.io, should have figured out what's going on. Savior Sword, I'm sure, will give us helpful feedback that tells us that we're back with the right stream title. Any second now. Okay, looks like we're there. Yeah, totally updated that. I guess sometimes not so much. Anyhow, yeah, ASL's ongoing. Looking forward to watching the semifinals of ASL as well as the finals of ASL 21. Should be incredible stuff. Really, really looking forward to it. So today, who do we have for you? We've got Leta here. We've got Sharp. We've got Dewalt. We've got Rush. 4Prime says dominate. That's right. I think that's an Archon voice line or a Dark Archon voice line. Not entirely sure which one that is. Eradicate. That's another good line too, isn't it? All right, let's get in here. Let's get into the replays. Let's see what I've got for you today on a Tuesday for the casting in the 2025 folder. We hear you. Yeah. So we're going to start us off. Let's see. Yeah, Sharp and dDasik. So Sharp and dDasik on Polestar. Savior Sword is... Wow. Okay. Yeah, Savior Sword is a Brood War purist, apparently, but then StarCraft 2, yeah. Anyway, how's it going, everybody? Who do we have out there? Jared's out there cooking pizza. Who's this doing? I don't know. Lamanoon is here. Louie is here. Didn't get a notification for the stream because YouTube doesn't like doing that. I don't know why. Not sure why. What's up, Vincent? Okay, bottom right, Sharp. Bottom left, dDasik. Now, dDasik, Korean Zerg player. Is he as good as Sharp is? Probably not. But that's okay. We can believe in him. We can believe his capabilities. The Overlord stopped moving. I don't know why he's not scouting up the left side of Polestar here. What are we doing, guy? Why are we not doing that? Anyway, supply depot, pretty standard stuff. No sign of a proxy here. Feeling like a hatch first on a 4-player map. Oh, dDasik's playing under a Hydralisk name. That's a lot of fun. What's up, Rocket? And yes, I'm a big fan of StarCraft, as it is. StarCraft 1 or StarCraft 2. There's the hatch first. Okay, so hatch first. Now remember, in the current meta, even if your Rax is at home like this, in the wall, you can bunker rush a Zerg player. You find if they went hatch first. But the SCV is going the wrong way. Terry's now moving up to the top left. I don't know if he got an errant stop command and then just didn't get noticed by dDasik, or if he's just looking for a scouting SCV coming from that direction. Drone already found the Terran, so we're just going to head down that way and try to perch and scout. Yeah. Who do we do today? Light and, was it Soma? Man, who did I post today? I always lose track of who I've recently posted. Hero and Light. That's who it is. Yeah, that was a great game. I love desert tile sets fantastically. Argoness, things are good. Just drove my daughter home from school because she's at her mom's this week, but her mom can't pick her up, so I did it. It's good to just kind of catch up, see how she's doing. They watched October Sky in class yesterday, and then they watched Hidden Figures in class today. So apparently the teachers are done teaching. We're just watching videos and movies in science these days. This is a decent number of lings running around. Drone going for a third base top left. Yeah, Louis was all worried about Light in that game because the Ultras showed up, indeed. So, third hatch, low ground, top left for Polestar, SK Terran. Based on the Academy timing here from Sharp, he can go mech. He's very good with it, but he's also good with the Marines. If all you do is mech, your enemy knows what you're doing and will just practice to kill you with your mech style every single time. You have to be able to mix this up. Exactly what's happening. Yeah, I like October Sky, but she said she was kind of bored with October Sky, which I can understand. I think I saw it when I was maybe 15 or 16, and she's seeing it when she's like 12. So I think the age range matters here. Mutas have arrived. Behold the Mutas against the SK Terran player. Will we kill enough SCVs that Sharp is very sad and rage quits? Maybe not. What's up, furries? Annihilate. Eradicate. We hear you. So, +1 attack on the way for these Mutalisks. SCV count, we'll keep an eye on that. It's 34 now. If you can get it under 20, a lot of the time, the Terran will just kind of tap and just be like, oh, this is not happening for me, huh? All right, cool. He's getting a +1. SCVs are dying, but the turrets are getting huge hits on these Mutas. There aren't a ton of them. +1 attack is 8 miles away from completing, because of course it is. It's a very slow upgrade for sure. What's the follow-up, man? Hydroden, Mass Muta. We did see a game yesterday that was all of the Mutas. I think it was Soma. Right? Might have been Soma against Sharp, where it was all of the Mutas for all time. Hydroden here at the third. All right, so we'll see if that gets scouted, because all the Mutas is much different from Mutas into Lurkers. So we'll see if Sharp scouts that third or not. We'll listen for scans. We'll check for scouts. The Mutas are defending this base because Lurkers are not defending this base. Sunkens are not defending this base. The Muta's job is to defend. They can harass. They can defend as long as there's room to defend, right? As long as they're defending out in space. If they just have to sit at home and defend against a static army, they die. But at this point, they've got the space. He did go hatch first. Yeah, he didn't restart air attack. That's a glitch in the replay system, where sometimes it shows you an upgrade is almost done when it just started, and then eventually it corrects itself and gets back to saying, oh, right, this just started. Of course it did. Scanning. Doesn't find anything interesting here. Some drones that aren't working. Come on, dDasik. You got this. Ling Muta running around. Okay, so now they've got +1. They're going to be a little more aggressive. Lurker aspect is on the way. Scanning the main base, checking for a hive. Holy crap, there's a hive. I still don't think he knows about the Lurkers, though. Whether this is going to be Fast Ultra or Lurkers, I'm not sure he has that information. I mean, sometimes Zergs use Queen's Nest as a front wall. Sometimes it's right here. But the reason they use it is because they don't care if it dies. The queen's nest exists solely so you can start a hive. Once the hive is started, you're done. You're not making queens. You're not, unless the enemy's meching, in which case maybe you want to make some queens. So if the enemy's meching, sure, keep the queen's nest alive. Put it somewhere where it is safe. Defiler Mound is on the way. Nidus Canal to connect the third to the natural, and Irradiate coming in. So we're going super late game here in this TvZ. Nobody's going to win with Mutas anytime soon. Nobody's going to win with Marines anytime soon. We're going to get Plague Out. We're going to get Dark Swarm. We're going to get drops, right? That'd be awesome to get a couple of drops. But so far, it's Science Vessels and no drops. Sunken's coming up at the natural base. Nothing here at the third, though. Louis says, I'm waiting for... Oh, look, he's killing his own queen's nest. That is how not important it is. That's fantastic. Okay, supply blocking the Zerg up 105 to 82 supply here, but consume is almost done. Again, a dangerous position for any Zerg player to be in is now. When there's a giant Marine medic army, you don't have Dark Swarm yet. Lurkers are good, but man, sometimes stuff like this can get busted. Radiate, split, and sort of, kind of, man. It's good to see like high-level Korean players fail on that, because then you're like, oh, okay, well, this is hard. You watch somebody do it perfectly, and you're like, what is this dark magic? And it is. It's dark magic. We do have dropships coming up. We do have scouting of said dropships by the Lings. So, Lurkers and Lings and Mutas ready to shut that thing down. There we go. Forcing an unload outside of the third base. It's not a ton of Mutas, but we've got Lurkers down there. We've got Lurkers under the Overlords. Yeah, dDasik's really locking himself up quite nicely. What's up, Smart Monkey? Things are good. Rocket, thanks for resubbing at Tier 1 for 14 months. Rocking it, as always, out here. Appreciate ya. Louis, if you can think about it, I think I told you just on the stream.
For the win. Trophy emoji.
I think I told you why the Zerg builds a Queen's Nest and what they need it for. I think I said it on the stream about 3 minutes ago. You can remember. Third base coming in. Repairing dropships that took damage from the Muta's fourth base. Unconstruction top left. And Plague's on the way. Burrow's coming in here too. So what do we always say about SK Terran? These science vessels are most important. They are. They are the most important thing. Science vessels irradiating everything. He has to waste one on Overlords so they can actually target the Lurkers underneath the Overlords, because otherwise you can't target them. And if you can take the Lurkers out, which again will take a minute. What's up, Tim? Happy Tuesday. Nice, Smart Monkey. Be safe out there. Be safe out there in that weather. Yeah, Dark Swarm dropping. I like this. Dropping in. These are cracklings now, though. Fire Bats here to deal with them. Lurker Spines not really available. Drones. Several drones died here. Medics in front of the Marines, so the Lings can't jump on top of the Marines. At least not all of them. Lurker sniped out. Oh my gosh, this drop kind of might just win. Holy crap, these guys are invincible. More dropships. Oh. For evacuation, I was like, are there more Marines in there? No, there are not. Nidus dies. One Lurker comes to defend and everything. Are we ready to kill this Lurker? The answer is yes. We are. Not a lot of us are remaining, but we are very strong nevertheless. Anything else happening here? I don't know. They're going to get this hatch. What do I say about killing the third hatch in a TvZ? You kind of just win. But hang on. Crackling, saving the hatchery, sort of. Hydra's Lurker saving the hatchery. Hatchery's at 60 hit points. It is so close to death, but no. dDasik has saved it. 5-kill Marine, 3-kill Marine. Wow, hatchery, 57 HP. Whew. Slow Overlord getting killed. Ah, supply blocking. Yes, supply blocking dDasik. Not a good time. Fourth base up the right side from Sharp. 4 base to 4 base. The pressure is done by Sharp here entirely. This is looking not so good. RJB recognizes this map. He knows it. He sent it to me. He remembers the games he watches and sends to Falcon, and indeed, this is one of them. Metasynaptic node is on the way. Marines working on their +3, which is a great upgrade to have. Drop it in the main with D-Matrix drop tips. Is so baller, though. Right on top of lurkers is a little bit tough. Quick, drop more guys where there aren't lurkers down here in this corner. If we can. I mean, sure. A little bit of lost mining time. Couple Hydras down. Scourge onto D-Matrix. Dropships. Dropships do not care. At some level they do, but not so much. These dropships are like, we are D-Matrix. We cannot be destroyed. Oh. Right. +1 Mutalisks, you say. What's up, Nemo Noom? Somebody call for an exterminator. I did. I need an exterminator, sir. Thank you for sending it over. I mean, sure. Sunken's not protected by Dark Swarm anyway. Makes it easier to bust in there a little bit later if you need to, actually. Oh, Hatchery, super injured. Sharp, doing great economically. Mutas try to get in here. Lurker tries to get in here, but it's 61 SCVs, 59 drones. People have taken economic damage, but they're okay. Some idle drones up here from dDasik. There you go, putting them to work. Again, everybody does this. Flash has idle workers sometimes. You can't look at idle workers and say, this player sucks. SCVs? Surprising number of SCVs dying to this 5 Mutalisk count. It's not even that many. It's not even that many. Hey, what's up, Nix? Have you tried a 3v3 0 clutter, no rush map? We've done no clutter. I don't think we've done that specific no rush, but we do have a no rush team map like that. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was all about. Which one it is. But yeah, we've got that concept. We've done those before on the channel. Dude, 5th base. Come on. Sharp thinking about getting a 6th base down here, too. dDasik, the drops have been crushing him because that's what drops do. Ultralisk Cavern on the way. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. I don't know if I want to do a 20-minute no rush, Nix. That sounds kind of like a boring viewing experience. Everyone maxes out and then we attack each other. That is like 2001 stuff, dude. No rush 20. That was all over the lobbies back in those days. Nobody actually wanted to play early game StarCraft. They just wanted to make huge armies and throw them at each other. Maybe players are better at macroing these days, so it's 10 minutes now. Plague Irradiate, Scourge, and Scourge. Science Vessel down. Science Vessel's plagued. Locked up. No, look, 4 base locked up Zerg is good. But the turns on 4 bases, and still hasn't expanded here, but totally could. What's up, Shield Battery? That is correct, Smart Minky. If you're a bicyclist or a motorcyclist, keep in mind that everybody and every car and truck wants to kill you. You have to ride, assuming that's the case. It's really dangerous out there for y'all. So yeah, be safe out there, man. How's your pizza, Jared? What's up, Andy? So Zerg player, oh, the battle cruisers and the drops. I like this, dropping in conjunction with BCs into the main base. Well, into the top left main base, main spawn, but 3rd base, 4th base. Here, consume. Plague, yes. Dark Swarm, yes. Dark Swarm, protect the drones, Defiler, bro. Where are you going? Dying is what you're doing. Ah! Drones getting murdered. Slow Ultralisks. Chasing these Marines. Several drones have died. Battle cruisers have 4 kills. Good. Fine. They sniped the Nidus. This base is in so much trouble all of a sudden. This is a big unload here, too. This is Defiler getting sniped outside the front door. Ultras should be able to win this with the Ling support, and they will. Hydroden getting sniped is not bad. So this Ultra cleaned up all those Marines, as I thought he would. More Marines are here, though. Scourge, does not connect. Does not connect. Hey! Rocket, gifting a tier 1 sub to Taju. Oh, one battle cruiser down. Still 2 up here, though. Flooding in Lings and Ultras to deal with the ground stuff. What's here for the air stuff, you might ask? There's a Mutalisk. Wait, no. It's 2 Mutalisks. Please hold. In the Netherlands, that too is the case. What is the, what? What are you talking about the Netherlands? What are you talking about your home country for exactly? What is the context here? Yeah. dDasik's dead. Look at him being like, I'm going to counterattack and kill your base. Oh, there's not a base up here. You could kill this one probably, though. Actually, hold on a second. Oh, cyclists. Yeah. No, that's a universal thing. 100%. I don't care where you are. Just kidding. Base is fine. You can't. This game's over. This game's over. Good try, dDasik. Aw, Jared. Loving the smell of napalm. Gifting a sub to Jordan Scraft. That's very nice of you, sir. And thank you for your generosity both ways. To me and to Jordan. Your pizza is good. Wonderful. What'd you put on your pizza? I think this says a lot about you. Personality test based on what your pizza toppings are. But more battle cruisers on the way. Once again, if you're on even base count against a Zerg player, or have a base up, or you just killed their third, yeah, guess what? Battle cruisers are going to be fine. But if you're down to the Zerg player and they've got a lot going on, and the battle cruisers, not as good an idea anymore, in my opinion. Reuniting the top left. I don't know how dDasik is still in this game. Tried to kill this, fail. Tried to kill this, fail. This base is done. It's 196 to 124 supply. Ooh, prosciutto. Gotta love a little prosciutto with cheese. What kind of cheese, though? Zerg's not giving up. Jared says the kind of pizza was pizza? That... Oh, catches every one of the 6 science vessels here. Nice plague. Woo, okay. Battle cruiser with 5 kills. Takes another plague. We'll get down to like no hit points here in just a minute. Another drop up this away. Nidus means Ultras can arrive immediately. The hatch dies. Marines did their job. I'm shocked this third base isn't dead. This thing's got 200 hit points on it. Oh, it's the one Muta versus the science. Oh, he screwed it up. He screwed it up. He just knew they were in the general position. He went over there to look it out. Huh. Yo, dog, I heard you like pizza, so I put pizza on your pizza. Sounds good. Smart, Mankey. 0 kill BC. Oh, okay, this base is dead too. All right, so good job here, just being out on the map, being aggressive, losing a bunch of Marines, but having enough bases, it doesn't matter. This is a play like a Zerg strategy that Terran has. That's what the SK Terran is. Make 800 Marines. Stim everywhere, be everywhere, crush the Zerg player, and be happy. That's what SK Terran is all about, the mobility, man. Don't have to worry about tanks being slow. Don't have to worry about, well, it's mostly the tanks. Goliaths are kind of slow too. But GG, man. Light, the drops. The drops. Is the Zerg player locked up with Sunkens and Lurkers and Dark Swarm? Yeah, get some drop ships, man. It'll be fine. Even if your first drop gets shut down, there's probably going to be an opportunity for you to do one a little bit later. So, he outproduced the Terran, got outkilled by the Terran. Structures raised 10-2 in favor of Light. Nope, Sharp, sorry. Sharp, and the outspend is minuscule, so that's not going to work out at all. Not ever. Yeah, SK Terran is all about no tanks, no vultures, no Goliaths. Hey, Dewalt and Leta. So, Leta, we know he made it into the round of 8 of ASL 21. Baller. We actually know he made it into the semifinals, too, because he defeated Tolbo. That was like 10 days ago now. It's ancient knowledge. You guys, nobody's spoiled by that. So, Leta, semifinalist, ASL 21 against Dewalt, not ASL semifinalists 2021. Now, Dewalt surprised everyone. Nobody was like, yeah, Leta's probably one of the favorites to get up here in the round of 8 and the round of 4. Nobody said that at all. So he surprised everyone, and he maybe even surprised himself. Here, real quick, let's update that support goal with the good support we got today. So we got a Rocket subbing, then gifting a sub, and then Jared gifted a sub to Jordan. That is a solid 15 a Rooney. Let's go. Perfection. Thanks again for the support, Rockets and Jared. Psychonauts is here. Dev is here. StarCraft time has arrived. Yes. Leta was rated as one of the lowest potentials this ASL by everyone, and they were not wrong to do so. No, Tim. So this is a StarCraft Remaster pre-order bonus. So I don't know why, when, and where it shows up in replays. But if you pre-ordered StarCraft Remastered, you got fancy skins for your Nexus, your Hatchery, and your Command Center. So I don't know if, like, this means that Dewalt pre-ordered. I guess that's what it means. Dewalt pre-ordered the Nexus. And Leta didn't, at least not on this account. Because that's got to be what it is. Because I have that skin on, but it doesn't show for some players. So it's got to be just Dewalt on this account, pre-order the remaster. That's why he's got the fancy Nexus. He chose that skin. And then whether Leta did or not, either it's turned off or you can turn it off. That's the thing. You can turn off the skins too. So that's the play. What's up, Travis Hartley? Happy Tuesday. Do I update the support code during other streams or just doing StarCraft streams? I update the support code during all the streams. If I'm streaming and somebody sends me some monetary support, it goes into the bar. So, like, not Jared did a donation of $25 during Dying Light, and it's PayPal automatically updates the bar for me, and smart super chats automatically update the YouTube bar for me. But things like Venmo and bits and subs and things do not automatically update on the bar. I'd really love to find a system that does that, but haven't been able to find one yet. So what's the opening here? It's the gas. It's the factory. Definitely a factory here. It's the Zealot showing up cross spawn saying, hey, what's up? I did Nexus first use, so we're friends, right? My Nexus is coming up now after the Cyber Core, but before the range upgrade. Before the Singularity charge. Ooh, 1 kill. Good. 2 kills. 3 kills. Kind of what you want there, though. There's the factory before the after the expand. Interesting. So we did get the expand, but right into factory. Usually, if it's this fast with the gas, it's factory into an expand, but he just reversed course there a little bit. I don't know if he's assuming it's a Nexus first, because he doesn't have that information. He doesn't know. But it's like, maybe I should expand a little bit faster if my enemy Nexus firsted me on cross spawns. I mean, now he knows the timing of the Nexus, so he's not as worried about it. Jane Doe is a great map, RJB. I need more replays on Jane Doe. See ya, Smart Minky. I feel like I've said see ya to Smart Minky about 6 times today. But he is a Minky after all. Dragoon across, just for scouting, poking purposes. Range upgrade coming in. He won't be able to deal with this bunker for a while. But a walk by? I mean, if you come in here, you die, is the problem. But if you want to poke in and check to see, you know, the saturation of the second base, probably not going to get the factory count with that Dragoon, unfortunately. RJB likes Octagon the best. Interesting. I think I like Jane Doe more than Octagon. Just because I like weird maps. Jane Doe is a weird map. And Octagon is a little more standard of a map. Which means the players like to play on it more. But from a viewing perspective, I like it better. Oh, the least I can't read. The least Octagon, because it's standard and kind of boring. Gotcha. That's my reason anyway. Dev's on a 65 stream streak. Let's go. Let's go, Dev. Range upgrade not done yet. Won't be done for a minute. Is the Protoss going Reaver? Siege tank is here. Dragoon's got to run. That range upgrade is not done. He's getting an observatory right now, so it's not Reaver tech yet, but It's 2020. This is a 2025 replay, but the last 12 months, I feel like, has been Reavers 99.9% of the time against Terran. Snow was like, hey guys, look what you can do with Reavers. You can win with them, even if you're taking a third base, and everyone's like, oh, Snow did the thing. The hills around the center and the large open center kind of contains way too strong. Ah. So games are decided by mid-game leverages rather than late-game awesome stuff. Rocket. It's going to be... I think StarCraft 2's on Saturday this week, but I've got a schedule, Rocket. You've been here long enough. You know what's going on with that. Don't ya know? Hey, what's up, YT Scene? He'd be courteous to not do Reavers. No Reaver tech yet. Doesn't mean it's not coming anytime soon, because it could be the next thing that he builds. Armory, upgrades, all of the upgrades. Neat. Mechanit out of his wazoo here. Yes, third base warp it in from Dewalt. He is somebody that will do the Reaver. I'd kind of be surprised if he doesn't do it at all, but he doesn't have to. We do have a cooldown down timer on the schedule. So the schedule command can only be used once every 2 or 3 minutes, so you can't just spam it. Third factory on the way. How many factories we're going to get? Are we going to expand? Is this a 2-base attack? I don't know. You don't know either. Vultures would maybe sit here and try to do this if they had +2, but there's only 4. Not going to be worth it. Hey, look, it's the Reaver tech. I told ya. I told ya. You can get it early. You can get it after your third base. You can get it whenever you want. It's going to be something. That's going to be hard for the Terran to deal with. He's getting spider mines to deal with it. He's getting turrets to deal with it. This could be Reavers for contain purposes, to try to keep pushes from getting across the map too fast. Oh, double factory. Yeah, so 5 factories now, not 6. This could be him going for a +1 attack timing with a ton of tanks and vultures and stuff. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what the plan is here from Leta. He hasn't made any wraiths, so we're a little bit disappointed by that. But hey, once the enemy has shuttles flying around, good scan on that Reaver tech, by the way. Once there are shuttles flying around, a wraith might not be a bad idea. Citadel coming in here too. You don't want to skip Citadel against Terran. I don't care what they're doing. You want speed zealots. Yep, 5 on 2 bases. If he gets a 6th... Oh, there it is. 6th. Okay. So this feels like he's going to try to expand here. No command center in production. Doesn't mean he can't do it again in the next couple minutes here. Terrans do like taking center on maps that have minerals and gas, or just minerals in the center. So it might be something we see here from Leta. Spider Mine, potential 4th base location. Has no scouting in the top left-hand corner. Just assumes that it's not going to go there. Scans in, sees the base. He knows there's a base. I'm not sure what that scan was all about. I guess, do they have cannons, right? But that's hard-walled. I'm just not... 6 factories, no expansion. Leta, what are you doing, man? What is the play today? Slow shuttle moving out. Speed upgrade on that shuttle in production, because of course it is. Because of course it is. A horse is a horse, of course, and shuttles get speed, of course. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe RJB has some insight on that. Why is there 6 factories on 2 bases? Is he trying... Oh, is he trying to build a command center in the middle? I think that's what that debris was. He was trying to build a CC here. And that got shut down by Dewalt. Oh. Uncourteous Protoss. Not only did he get Reavers, he got shuttles and speed for the shuttles. Bam! Siege tank, 1 shot. Takes more than that to kill me, kid. Ow. Vultures are like, no, 1 shot will kill us. Fine, thanks. No, shuttle sniped. Reavers on load before they die, but one of the Reavers dies on the ground. The other one's got to fall back. Is he trying? Okay, that's a turret this time. That wasn't a turret the first time. Command center. But here comes the Protoss again. Not allowing it. It's a forward timing push to counter overexpanding from the toss. Right, but 6 factories. Okay, aggressive play. High ground to low ground. Speed lots. Where are the vultures? No, one vulture remains in this group. Ooh, Zealots are... Okay, that's a GG for this tank group. Reinforcements do come in and save... Okay, they save one of the tanks. I take it back. One of the tanks survived that engagement. Bad times. 4th base right side. I'm not sure this push did what Leta wanted it to do against Dewalt here. Although maybe. If he can get a position and attack that 3rd base and take it down, could be huge. I still think he's trying to build a command center here. I still feel like that's what that SCV is all about. Okay, siege up, bust the wall, send the vultures in, require cannons to be built. There's already a cannon there now. 123 to 108 supply. It's an advantage for the Protoss. Pretty good. Dragging spider mines in, not taking down a tank there. Vultures just buying time. Letting the tanks get the work off on the back line. There's only 3 of them. That's not a lot of tanks, but the spider mines and the vultures are giving them the time that they need. What's up, Mupo? Golem DLC. Heck yeah, we're busted in. Another cannon try to save us. I don't know. We got +1 attack on these vultures. It's not +2 or +3. Nice, the Mortal Kombat 2 movie. Did you see the Mortal Kombat 2 movie? I think I'm going to see that tomorrow. I think I might, actually. So if the plan was to go 6 factories on 2 bases and shut down this overexpanding the Protoss is doing, wow, this actually is problematic. Actually, it's fine. This cannon has like 7 kills. Look at that. Oh, gets out of there, but Vulture snipe him. Not looking good. Marvel Doomsday comes out. Isn't that like in December? That's not soon. Leta failed because of the timing push, has to kill a base. Right, that's what I was thinking. If you're going to go 2 base and push out like this, you better kill one of the 4 bases your enemy has, but you didn't. Oh, I like this setup. We've seen Big Wan do this very setup in his games on stream. Although these 2 gates aren't here necessarily. It's just the 4 and the 4 and the 3 pylons. It looks nice. The symmetry is quite pleasing, I would say. And he's doing it. Oh my gosh. He is doing everything but building a command center in the middle here. He's got turrets. He's setting up spider mines. He's bringing a barracks up. He's got siege tanks protecting it. He needs it. Okay, he's expanding down here instead. Lame, boring Terrans take the 6 o'clock as their 3rd instead of the middle. Protoss is up, about 30 supply. Protoss has an upgrade, +1. The vultures and the tanks are at 1-1 with a 2-2. Not on the way. Leta, where are your upgrades, dude? Where's your 2-2? Oh, he went for the 2 base kill. He didn't get it. The end. There you go. RJB says because he's not getting an upgrade, he didn't have a fallback timing, so this is it. This is it. You're not wrong, Mupo. It's an old game. 20, what is it? 28 years now? This is too many zealots, too many dragoons. Reinforcements are coming in, but I don't know, man. I'm looking forward to the new Spider-Man movie, though, Ansem. That's coming out in, like, July. Still pretty far away, though. Hey, it's a storm drop. So Reavers didn't do a lot, but that was a pretty good storm drop there. 30. Okay, it's over now. 65 to 37 total worker count. Like, no presence on the map here by the Terran at all. He is all pulled back here defensively. Protoss is looking at expanding. He escorts the probe. What's my hypometer on the Chris Nolan's Odyssey? I am not a see it first day hype kind of guy. I'm going to wait what the first weekend is, what people say about it. If they say it's awesome, I'll watch it. And if the hype is like mediocre or bad, I won't watch it, I don't think. I'm still kind of burned by Tenet. Like, I don't think Tenet's very good. Nolan can do wrong, in my opinion. For a while, everything he was doing was just insanely good. But then Tenet came out, and I was like, no, this is not it. Quick, save the base. Unload zealots on the high ground. Well done by Dewalt. Should be able to deal with this, no problem. Nexus should be fine. Yeah, you're right. Dark Knight Rises kind of sucks. Concur. So he's had a couple misses. I don't know. Leta's down 50 supply? Yeah, he's down 50 supply at 16 minutes. See, this is why we watch StarCraft, right? Ooh, because if all we had to do to determine who was going to win a game of StarCraft is say, oh, Leta was in the semifinals of ASL 21, and Dewalt didn't even get close to that. Leta's obviously going to win. Look at this. Dewalt winning big time here. It's just any game matters. Any game can go any which way. It's very cool that way. The balance is good. The talent level at the top is very good. I mean, this base might die, actually. I really like the Dark Knight anthem. I like Batman Begins and Dark Knight. Coming in, deal with the tanks real fast. Storm, storm, zealot, zealot. Yeah, some probes are going to die, but the Nexus has survived. Bottom right Nexus coming in here to 137 and 93 supply. Okay, Leta's gotten some nice trades thus far. Archon desperately placed. Vulture back here working away on a cannon. DT comes out. Hold on. Where's your scan, Leta? How good's your scan? Not good. He missed. Did he miss? No, he didn't miss, but oh, okay. Second scan. Maybe it's his brother. Well, but it was Jonathan Nolan writing for him back when he was doing, like, Batman Begins and Inception and The Prestige and Memento. Has he always been the writer for him? Because, I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it is Nolan. Jonathan that's falling apart here. Nice. Unloading on the tanks again. Once again, Dewalt is a good player. He really is. Check out Dewalt. He streams. Streams are in Russian, but I mean, StarCraft is the universal language, so it's fine. Okay, Vultures do squeeze down here. And do stop mining at this base. It's kind of a big deal that this base exists for Dewalt. He's transferring probes. Oh, I don't know about this. Don't send the probes down first. Yeah, okay. He moves them away. Always blame the brother. You know, maybe that's been the problem all along. Storm drop, third base, 40 workers, 261. I'll let you guess who's ahead in worker count at this stage of the game. Yeah, Leta really wants to play this out big time. Well, I know Jonathan Nolan was writing, and his wife were writing for Westworld, which really fell off a cliff after season 1. Like, I watched season 2, didn't like it very much, and kind of gave up on it from there. Okay, the tanks are back. How is this happening? Dewalt is fighting a lot of fires for someone who has double the supply of his enemy, but that just shows how good Leta is, right? Oh, we did get a base up here. Finally, Leta, like a man, takes the command center in the middle. Zap, bleh, zap, bleh. There we go, finally. So yeah, this game was over at about 10 minutes, and then Leta was like, no, wait, I could win, though. And then he could not win, though. So Dewalt casually taking down ASL semifinalist Leta in a random match in like late 2025. Tis the nature of StarCraft, folks. Matchups matter. Good stuff. Good game, Dewalt. Loving that from him. Who else did I say we were doing today? Let's see. We said Rush as well. We can do a Rush game. What do we have by way of Rush? Motive and Rush. Great. On Radeon sounds good too. Happiest of Tuesdays all. Hope you're having a good one. Played some fun Dying Light today. Tried clearing a zombie nest. Failed miserably. In fairness, there's a couple different kinds of zombie nests you can deal with, and I thought it was one, but it was not. So that kind of screwed me up. Anyway, top right, or bottom right, it's Motive. Bottom left is Rush. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Heath Ledger won the Oscar posthumously for his role as the Joker in The Dark Knight. Which, it's kind of tough to be like, is that a legitimate Oscar? Or are they like, oh, it's really sad that he killed himself. We should give him the Oscar just to show how much we care about him. I don't know. He's gone, so does it matter? I don't know. But, look, insanely good performance, right? I mean, I'm just going to say, when they announced Heath Ledger would be playing the Joker in Dark Knight, everybody was like, the guy from Knight's Tale and from 10 Things I Hate About You, what the hell? This sucks. Christopher Nolan's lost it. He's dumb. And then the movie comes out and everybody's like, holy smokes. This is the best Joker portrayal we've ever seen on screen. A lot of people resonated with it. Some people are like, I prefer the Adam West Joker, thank you very much, from Cesar Romero. But most people were like, wow, this is amazing. And if you, to this day, you tell me that's Heath Ledger under that makeup and doing that performance, and I'm like, nah. Nah, my conspiracy theory is that's not him. Like, it's so not Heath Ledger, it's insane. Woof. Anyway, racks coming in. Gate coming in. Gas coming in. Gas timing for the Terran matters now, because this will be Dragoons fast. This is not going to be a Nexus first. Is this going to be an expand into a bunker? We'll have to see. Cybercore before expand, because it's either Nexus first or it's Cybercore before expand for Protoss. It's pretty rare for them to go gate into expand. Because that way, your expansion's early and it's vulnerable, and the only thing that can deal with it is Zealots if you're defending, which is kind of tough. Yeah, look, expand. Okay, no gas yet. Hear from Rush. We like Rush. Second place ASL finish for this guy. And as I said yesterday, or maybe it was on Sunday, I just feel like anybody who's got a second place finish in ASL is right up there with an ASL winner. Like, that's a really good team. So nothing crazy here, right? Expanding after the range upgrade, Dragoons are going to show up. They're going to fire on this bunker because the factory is not even done yet, let alone we have any tanks or anything else. Robo, because guess what? Reavers are a big part of your balanced breakfast and big part of your PBT. Second factory on the way. We've got a second gas. No. There it is. Okay, Reaver stuff fast. We got a third base before the Reavers from Dewalt in the last game. This is Reaver stuff on 2 base at 5 minutes. Reavers will be dropped in this situation. You don't make Reavers this fast to try to use them to deal with the push, which is what Dewalt used them for. So we're going to see drops. We're going to get spider mines and turrets all up inside this main base to try to help deal with it. Dragoons are firing on the bunker as predicted. As predicted. Siege tank rise. Shuttle's getting a speed upgrade, because of course they are. Siege mode's on the way, not done yet. So you can use unsieged tanks to shove these Dragoons away. It's a little bit scary because if there's more than 3 out here, there's like 4 or 5 Dragoons and you weren't expecting it, bam, they one-shot your tank and you die. So gotta be careful with that one. Nexus coming in as a third. Good, keeping ahead of the Terran player. Something we got to do here. Motive. Range upgrade, good. I'm really more interested in the Reaver stuff. So guess what? Reaver about 50% complete. Complete. There it is. Nexus up. Okay, siege mode done. Pretty locked up for frontal assaults at this point, but that's what shuttles are for. Here we come to save the day. Shuttle 1, Reaver, Dragoon, speed on the way here too. Dev hates Reavers and Mutas, understandably so. Playing Brood War in your pajamas is not something you need to be careful about. I agree. Playing Brood War in your pajamas is a wonderful way to live. I don't think anyone has any complaints about that. I think everybody should experience that at least once. 2, 4, 5 factories. Wow, 3 of them in production, but we'll have 5 momentarily. Goliath in position to deal with the incoming drop, because there it is. See, speed is done. Not sure what he's waiting for. You gonna come in? What are you doing? Is he like waiting for a push at the front to do the drop in the main? That's a good idea. Is he waiting for the obs to see what he's dealing with? Yeah, he's waiting for the obs to see what he's dealing with. And he's like, oh, there's a lot of tanks in the main, actually. And a Goliath here, too. And I don't know if I feel good about this. Spider mines aren't done, though, so you don't have to deal with unloading on top of spider mines. Ready, go. Bam. SCV sniped there. Got a couple kills. Unloading. Turret staying alive is a big deal, but it's not going to stay alive for long. Dude, Scarab, no damage. Ah, turret being alive sucks. That did not have to take that damage at all. Rush is like, all right, you can Reaver drop me if you want. I'll kill the Dragoon with SCVs and then just come right up to your front door and start shooting at your face. Wow, I'm not sure there's enough Dragoons to do this, actually. There aren't any Zealots, for one, because we delayed the Citadel in order to get Reavers out. Oh, I don't know about this. Spider Mines are getting laid on top of these Dragoons. They want to kill the Siege. Trying to drag into the tanks. Not really working very well. Oh, 2 tanks to live. Vultures, Spider Mines inside the natural base. Oh, motive. I kind of love this from Rush, which is like, oh, yeah, Reaver dropping me? Cool. Sounds great. Motive might be dead. What's up, J-Talks? How'd your birthday end up going? Eight-kill siege tank is awesome. Goliath trying to snipe. Oh, trying to snipe the shuttle, but not actually getting shots off there. More worried about the ground stuff. Is Motive going to clean this up? I thought Motive was going to lose this Nat, but Defender's advantage kicks in. 9-kill siege tank dies. And we're okay. I don't think we lost that many probes, really. Reinforcements show up. Man, if these guys had shown up like 60 seconds ago or 30 seconds ago, it would have been an entirely different situation. Sieging up the third base, which doesn't have the advantage of defenders coming immediately to save the day. I mean, it's not too far, but unloading the Reaver right on top of the siege tanks. Juggling it pretty effectively. Here's Motive. It's not snow level juggling, but it's good enough. All right, Motive doing some fancy stuff out here. I like it. Tanks have a +1 attack upgrade. Dragoons have the 0/0. They're not working on further upgrades. Does he have a Citadel? Is Motive seriously trying to do this with Dragoon Reaver? Holy smokes. Third base left side, third base location here. SCVs, idle. We talked about this. Fourth base up the right side for the Protoss. We're settling into macro. J-Tox is getting some lag on the stream. Is anyone else seeing any lag, or is that a J-Tox problem? All right, Wander's okay, RJB is okay, fair enough. So 115 to 94 supply as he's finally getting Zealots produced, finally has a Citadel. And now he's getting a Templar Archives at 12 minutes. Wow, that was a really delayed Zealot play, but it worked out for him in the end. Okay, what do we got? What's the follow-up going to be here? We're going to see carriers? We haven't seen carriers in a PvT in a hot minute on the channel. At least not for the live streams. We have seen them in standalone VODs I posted on the channel. The best games get out there. These are the good games. Ooh, but maybe not the best games. Probes on the transfer. Some of them die. We did escort them a little bit, at least. Vultures getting a run by into the natural base. Dying to a cannon. Pretty classic Vulture lifestyle there. Spider Mines, yes. Vultures, yes. Cannons, ooh, getting a probe kill, yes. Good control there by Rush. Sick stuff. Hey, Pills. Let's not... Yeah, let's not spoil the results of the ASL semifinals. Because I believe that just happened today, right? And I think a lot of people are waiting for the English casts before that happens. Can I delete messages? I don't want to ban him. We'll time him out and untime him out. That'll do it. Thanks, Pills. And untime out. Yay! That worked. Excellent. Okay. Hey, please eat me. I don't know. We'll see when live games are. After this game, we'll see if people want to play live games, and if they do, we can do it. If they don't, we can do another replay. That'll be fine. So this is looking okay here for Motive, right? We've got a nice worker advantage, a nice economy advantage. Russia's got 1-1 upgrades. He's got the Zealots now. That's a lot of Terran, though. Ooh. Do you have splash damage yet? Oh, the probe transfer of doom. Oh, he does. He's got Psystorm. Okay, look at the... Way more of those probes should have died. Oh, boy. Rush is really trying to win here. Motive, can he hold here? No, these Zealots are getting evaporated by the Vultures with a +1 attack. There are just not enough Zealots to do that anyway. Trying to unload on top of them. The Goliaths are pretty good against these shuttles. That's why we have the Goliaths. That's the sole reason we have the Goliaths, is to snipe them shuttles real good. Yeah, this might be done. We might be done here for Motive. I appreciate he's got a worker advantage and a base advantage, but if you can't stop your entire main base from dying at this point, I'm not sure what you're planning on doing. You could maybe put all your tech and gateways in the top right, but no, absolutely not. Not interested. Rush gets that win. Yeah, I mean, he kind of won it with that first push into the natural base that did so well. The Reaver just didn't get any enough damage on the outside of it. We delayed with Zealots, and then the tanks all arrived, and he was trying to drop Dragoons and Reavers on top of the tanks, and that's kind of a much harder way to play PvT, but he tried it anyway. The outspend was good, but not good enough at the end of the day. GG's. All right, we will poke out real quick, see who's in the Falcon Paladin channel. I'm going to go get some water. We'll give people a chance to head out, okay? How about that? Be back in about 5 minutes with some water. If you want to play, we can play. If not, we got more replays. It's cool.
is no shame in defeat, so long as the spirit is unconquered.
All right, where are we at? We got Please Eat Me. We got RJB. We got Jared. Savior Sword said he needed a bit of a break. He should be back, though. He does love the bacon, except RJB's in here, so never mind. He's not going to play. That's tricky. This is one heck of a group, isn't it? I mean, this is RJB, Please Eat Me, and Jared together, which is, it's a little bit tough. Okay. Everyone's Protoss? No. Uh-oh. Save your sword. No, they're green now, J-Tox. It's fine. We got green. And save your swords out. Anybody else want to hop in? Psychonauts? Wander? What is it? 6 p.m. on the East Coast? 6:15? Oh, Savior Sword is standing up for everybody else, too. All the little guys. RJB trying to get Savior Sword up here. 4 Prime, come on in, save us. We need a 4th. 4 Prime will get in here. Four Prime coming. Aha! Problem solved. Please Eat Me keeps yelling. Just play the objective. Ooh. Calls RJB a liar. Wow. All right, let's go. We got Protoss, Terran, random, Zerg. Jared comes in as random, which is fun. 4 Prime shows up as red for a minute. Okay, here we go. 4-player, top left. It is Please Eat Me, top right. We've got RJB, bottom right. Is Jared, bottom left, is 4 Prime. So we got the Zerg, the Protoss, the Terran, and then the Protoss. Jared rolled random, got toss. Let's see how he does here today. Trying to get that flag. 5 minutes, 6.5 minutes before that thing spawns in the middle of the map here. So let's go ahead and wait for that while these guys macro up. We've got some invulnerable turrets and below auto guns in order to defend you against early rushing. It doesn't protect you entirely, right? Like if 5 Marines show up here They're not in range of the missile turret, are they? They can kill your base, they can kill your drones, and you will die. So it's not in position, like, right around. I am aware. Make probes. Please eat me's like, obviously. Of course I'll make probes. RJB is definitely stream sniping in this game. Exactly. Definitely stream sniping in this game. So, let's see. Savior Sword usually goes Nexus first into a gate. I wonder if Please Eat Me's going to do that here. I think he's waiting for a Nexus first. He's thinking about it. Not sure he has an actual time to do it, but it's what he's looking at anyway. RJB is probably going to go for a CC first as well. What else is going on? Mortal Kombat movie came out. Seems to be being received fairly well. Rotten Tomatoes 65, Metacritic 47. Google users like it a lot. It's got 7 out of 10 stars on the Mortal Kombat on the IMDb. 89% popcorn meter. The people like it. Now playing Top Gun Maverick. What? Top Gun Maverick is back in theaters? Since when? A self-aware slugfest that plays directly to those who know the difference between fatalities and babalities. Mortal Kombat 2 may not be a flawless victory, but it's likely the most roundly enjoyable entry in the franchise yet. Wendy Ides says it's minus humor or satisfyingly developed characters. Better than the last one, and Kano was funny, says Matthew, who's a Fandango user. Better than the last one, people say. People seem to be split on this. I think the only Mortal Kombat movie I've seen was 1994's Mortal Kombat. That was kind of fun and pretty campy. I had a good time with it, but I was like 14, 13 years old at the time. Chat, am I cooked? Maybe. You making probes? Jared self-censors. Hey, Nico Azul says original MK is the best. Have you seen Mortal Kombat 2, Nico? It just came out. What's up, Shield Battery? And the target audience. The target audience likes the movie, whereas the critics don't like it, but they're not the target audience anyway. It's a fair point. It's a fair point to make. Max, hello, hello. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for clicking the like button. Flags in the middle. There's been one steal already from 4 Prime. He's going to get a second one here. RJB thought about it. There's too many wings out for that to happen, though, so fall back, fall back. How did it? Oh, he tried to pick it up and missed. Ooh, the glitches. The glitches in this game are pretty funny. Nico's only seen the first 20 minutes of that one. Oh, all right. How goes the job hunt? Anything good? Jared censors himself. Sure does. And 2 captures for purple. Who is 4 prime? Flags back in the middle. Is anyone really going to contend with these lings? Third base is up from the Zerg too, so it's not like he's just making lings and that's it. I just wanted some points, 4 prime says. Fair enough, fair enough. Going for a 3rd capture now. Somebody please stop him, says please eat me. I don't know if that's happening, sir. Look at this Hydra. Drone's like, excuse me, pardon me, coming through, got the flag, thank you, sir. And a capture, huzzah. How about this capture? Spider mines exist, Dragoons exist. Spider mine's a good answer to these lings, and that's for sure. Might kill some of these Dragoons as well. Ba-bam, good hit. Oh, drone doesn't trigger Spider mine, but lings do, and the splash damage takes out the drone. Look at that. Please Eat Me shows up, got enough Dragoons to handle it. Spider mines were not that much of a problem. Made it to the final round of 3 jobs and then got ghosted. It sucks out there, Nico. I know. I think a lot of people have just given up, which I do wonder how much of like the, hey, we've got a 4% unemployment rate in America. It's basically 0. I wonder how many Americans have just given up searching for work at this point. Or are working something that barely makes ends meet, but they're one disaster away from being bankrupt, you know? I don't know. I think there are numbers that study that, but I'm not sure what they are. Please eat me. Captured. Yep. Please eat me. Got another probe out. No. RJB is attacking Please Eat Me now. Probe. Look at the probes fight, though. Sort of. They were fighting, then they stopped fighting. There we go. Continue to fight. Nice pickup by Jared. Haven't said Jared's name in conjunction with a pickup yet. That's his first capture. So Jared's going to get a capture. This might be his first capture ever. I know you're Canadian, so what's the unemployment rate in Canada right now? Here. Canada unemployment rate. It's 6.9% in April 2026. Ugh. The number of jobless people rose by 51,000 from the previous month. Ugh. Okay, 50... Yeah, bad times. Still bullying spider mines. No, Dragoon was going to clear it out. Savior Sword's watching this. Clears it out. More vultures show up. Oh, this is horrendous. This is super annoying stuff. Flags in the middle. 4 primes got 4 captures. RJB seems to be kind of somewhere else. RJB could have got a pickup there, but he sent his SCV over that way. And there's the pickup. Okay, so pickup captures now from RJB. Hold it. Look, this is a big army from Jared, though. This is not bad. This is pretty good macro. Trying to get some cannons in the middle here, too. That does help. Definitely. He needs those cannons just for detection purposes. Now, immediate. Build a cannon and then go. Yes. Okay, excellent. 2 cannons and go. Get it, Jared. Get a second cap. All brand routes for RJB if Bazump isn't around. Fair enough. Vulture's into the 3rd base of Please Eat Me. He's got a 4th base, but the 3rd base is not doing super hot probe count-wise. Down we come to save the day with a capture. All right, Jared, getting 2 captures. We're moving up in the world. It's all good. And this is, I like this setup. I mean, siege tanks probably going to ruin it unless these are speed lots. They're not speed lots. All right. Slow lots are going to do not great here. Please eat me is mad now. Okay, slow zealots getting charged up. We can drag spider mines into the tanks. Oh, more of a drag into the zealots. And again, the problem with the slow zealots is they can kind of be microed against. Even if you have unsieged siege tanks. It's not great, but you can totally do it. Look at this. Jared getting a third capture. All-time record for Jared, but he can't hold the middle forever. And he knows it. What's up, Detroit? How's it going, Detroit? Happy Tuesday, man. Hope you're having a good one. Four Prime is like, there's siege tanks over there, and there's cannons and zealots down here. It's not great. Okay, here we go. 4 Prime in to deal with RJB with Mass Hydra against siege tanks. We've got spider mines, but we do have detection for that, so shouldn't take too much damage that way. All those tanks are going to die. Spider mines getting cleared out here too. Maybe. No, not worried about it. We're coming down here to deal with these cannons before they warp in, because these cannons warping in would be a bad time for the Hydras. There aren't that many left is the thing. You get about a full stack of Hydras, a full group, 12, and you can do it. Detroit thinks that Dragoons should have the range of siege tanks. That is an idea. Yeah, Jared, hold off 4 Prime. Nicely done. Who has the flag? Who's sitting on it? Is RJB sitting on it? Thank you, Savior Sword. Oh, there it is. Jared's like, I'm alive? Huh. Somebody tell Jared. No, maybe. He's already getting speed for his zealots. Never mind. Don't have to tell Jared anything. He's got it. Nico says, if the economy's bad in America, it's worse in Canada. Noted. I know, Albrand. Would be nice. But you just kind of have to memorize it, right? It goes red, blue, teal, purple, clockwise around the map, starting in the top left corner. I know that's annoying to have to remember. I sometimes forget myself who's exactly where, but once you can do that, it's not too bad. So please eat me is just casually 4 basing it here, actually. 3 basing Zerg, 3 basing Terran, 2 basing Terran for Jared. Smoked. And there are colors at everybody's beacons, and there are colors at the natural base on top of the bases. Right, there's a lot of colors you can get some information from. Look at this. Dude, Jared, come on. Get it, tie it for first place. Captured, picked up, run. He knows he's in trouble, so he's trying to get this capture quick. That was really smart. So, Nico, what are you going to do if you can't find a job soon? Like, do you have savings you're burning through, or what's the play? No, shuttles can't pick up siege tanks. All right, Dark Swarm busting through the middle. Good job. Jared loses middle, but RJB is here. RJB has mech, and if you're going Dark Swarm Hydra Lurker against mech, it's tough. Jared's like, you know, I'm okay, honestly, with having 5 steals. I'm probably not going to get 7, but I had a good time. I appreciate that. I appreciate that intention. Don't mess it up, Jared. Don't lose the flag because you forgot to capture it. Come on, man. Jared, capture it now. Just do it. It doesn't matter if you hold it at this. He's forgotten. Jared, have you forgotten? 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Jared! Jared! Oh, did he get it? He got it! The very last seconds! Oh my gosh, that's awesome. That's the closest I've ever seen anybody get a capture. Carriers are here, that's good. When there's like 0 seconds on the clock. So what do you do after 2 months, Nico? Not a lot of anti-air here, actually. Get them, carriers. Get them 6 carriers with no attack upgrades. But hey, there's no Goliaths here, so it doesn't matter. RJB gets caught by surprise by Please Eat Me's carriers. Flags in the middle. Is there a drone in this mess for 4 Prime? Or he's just trying to clear it out and then send a drone, I think. But, man. Ow. Ow. Yeah, also, Nico, unfortunately, yeah, that's like your retirement you're dumping into there. Nice snipe by DTs. Jared, no! There's invisible lurkers here, too. Ooh. What kind of social programs do you have in Canada if you're out of work? Like, what kind of safety net do you guys have there for the unemployed? Yeah, Please Eat Me doesn't have any detection over here, so he can't kill these lurkers. Goliaths are here, but there's lurkers kind of covering the carrier a little bit, which is very funny. Lurkers gotta fall back. Siege tanks did scan in there. Lurkers reburrow. RJB set the network for low latency. 1 carrier does die. Arbiter comes in for a stasis. Oh, Please Eat Me is tossing down a stasis. Oh my gosh, dude, RJB's gonna lose every one of these tanks unless he runs. He's gotta run. Ah! Classic Please Eat Me in a pretty solid position. And then he has to go either do the dishes or take the garbages out or feed the dog or something because I think he's like 12 years old. That is the risk of playing online StarCraft when you are young, is that sometimes life gets in the way. That's great. 4 Prime's like, thank you very much. You guys, stop blocking the drone. There you go. Okay, so that's going to be 6 for 4 Prime. Yep, 6 captures. Ultras don't have speed. Saber Sword calls out, so Jared's just like, I am running out of cash. My army is not very big. There's a lot up here from RJB. Yes, there is. He's at 150 supply. 4 Prime's only at 94. Dark Swarm is good. It's not that good. Okay, he's trying to the flag in there? I don't know. Tanks are murdering everything that gets into the middle. I don't think the flag's in there. Did RJB snag it? Flag down, flag back in the middle. Four Prime has it. How? Oh. 4 Prime out of nowhere. Please Eat Me carriers helped a lot too. For his carriers to show up, make RJB take pause, and then disappear? That was crazy. What a weird ending that was. RJB, not happy about that one. No, but nicely done 4 Prime, getting the victory there anyway. Excellent stuff. Who do we got out here on a Tuesday? We've got the 4 Prime, the Savior. We've got the RJB, except maybe he's going to bed because it is late. I lost half my army to defend dead input on hold command. Ah, the hold command bug. Hated when that happens. Yeah, that was good stuff by Jared. All right, what do we got? Should we try another Tug of War? Tug of War is nice because you don't really need a lot of people for Tug of War. You can do it with 2, but as many as 6. So when you've got this many people, you're not quite sure if you've got 2 people. Do you have 6 people? Do you have 4 people? Hard to know. Let's see what the Tug of War has for us here. I think people are still learning how to play this one. It's a little bit more complicated than just like putting units on the map and then they fight. You have bases, right? You have a base at your color spawn. You actually have to make workers and get money in order to get things like upgrades and different things you can fight with, right? He's pretty fun. So we got 4 Prime and Jared versus Savior Sword and Bazump. Okay, there we go. 2 and 4 and 2 versus 2. Good enough in the Tug of War. It's nice. Again, doesn't matter if we have 3 on each side. 2 is good enough. Don't often get the science vessel portrait out here, do we? Like, we get this stuff. The Ultralisk is one of we don't see a lot either. All right, here we go. 4 Prime and Jared versus Savior Sword and Bazump. So what you do is you come over here, you have a guy, and you're like, what do we want to send on the Tug of War? Do we want to send Ultras or Hydras or Broodlings or Zerglings? So generally, Ultra is a good way to start us out here. The way you win the Tug of War is your unit gets past all the other enemy units and gets past this line, and then you win. We actually had a situation yesterday, I think, where Big Wan kind of snuck an Ultralisk past all of the enemies and got across the line and won, even though his team didn't have the most stuff. So yeah, we're fighting in the middle here. We're continuing to send. Nobody seems to be sneaky at this point. Yeah, so back in the 90s, I want to say there were 1 or 2 shootings in the 90s, workplace shootings for post office workers. And so it became kind of a meme at that point. Going postal was the idea of shooting up your work because you kind of went nuts for whatever reason. There was even a video game, I believe, that played on the idea of going postal. Generally not well received. I think people really felt it was in bad taste. But yeah, sometimes art does that. Sometimes art gets some pushback on it, doesn't it? Four Prime says, getting kills gets resources, gets money, gets better upgrades. So you got to be careful. You're not just sending into like the enemy siege tanks back here, the defensive siege tanks, especially that do 200 at damage. +3, +6 on these tanks by Bazump are insane. Where's Albrand? He's got to be happy about these tanks for Bazump. He's doing great. Ultras look at these ultras exploding to death. These are these Ultralisks? Oh, they only have 55 hit points. Okay, I'm like, that's why they're dying. They only have 55 hit points. It makes a lot of sense. This might be over real soon. Bazump says, do we need detection for anything? Hey, J-Talks, no. Are you asking if there's anything new in my neck of the woods, Nico? A Canadian billionaire wants to build an insanely huge 62 square mile data center in the Salt Lake Valley. In fairness, it's on desert, so like it's not on land that's already used. It's empty, but it's 62 square miles. One data center. Everyone's like, power consumption questions, water usage questions. Do we want this in our state? I don't know, but it's a Canadian. I know. Well, here's the thing. Like, the government just kind of approved it already, so I don't, the people seem mad, but okay, I'm going to try to find a poll about this. Utah poll about the data center. So here's a USA Today poll, maybe. I don't know if we... Someone needs to take a local poll about this. I don't know if we have one, though. Yeah, I don't know. Here's the thing. I think Utahns are pissed off about this. There's been a lot of protesting about it. But at the same time, protesters can represent a smaller portion of the community than they appear to. So I'm just wondering, you know, what an actual poll would show. Who was interested in the data center being built and who doesn't want it. I don't know. Right, and yeah. A lot of power usage, certainly. Is there anything comparable to that size? I don't know. I'm not sure I've seen 62 square miles. Are there any buildings on Earth that are that big right now? I don't know. So what they said they want to do is draw water from the Great Salt Lake, use it to cool the data center, and then pump it back out into the Great Salt Lake. So they're arguing that they're water neutral. I don't know if I believe them, but that's what they're saying. The power consumption is going to be through the roof. They say they want to tap into a natural gas line that goes through the area. A lot of the power in America is natural, or in Utah is natural gas. But I just don't know. I don't know what they're planning on doing about the power question. I wonder if the governments are more favorable about data centers in the U.S. than they are in Canada, too, which is why he came to the U.S. to build it. I think politically, I think there are more Americans and people in government who are cool with data centers than in Canada, maybe? I don't know. Polling box. Box Elder Data Center. Like, take a poll. Why are we not polling anything, local news organizations? Well, they're pushing through a ballot initiative to challenge the plans. So maybe if there's a ballot initiative and enough people vote for it to go away, then maybe that'll work. Team Jared and 4 Prime trying to get in here. The final line of tanks very strong. We do have 32. Holy crap. These things have 32 attack and 40 armor. Jared says, we're sending zealots now to deal with the siege tanks. That they have upgrades 31 and 14. Holy crap. The upgrades are insane here. There's so many zealots. Four Prime says they might have fed us with accident. I had a bank. I have a huge bank. Jared, you have a ginormous bank. Jared has twice as much stuff as anybody else. Holy cow. Yeah, but I think you're right, Gannon. That's how politics works, right? That's how democracy works, is if the people who are representing you are not representing you, you vote them out. So we'll see how the elections go. Because Utah's really right-wing, right? Utah has voted Republican in every election in my lifetime pretty heavily. And so, I don't know, like I said, the right wing seems more favorable to data centers than the left wing does. So maybe there are just a lot of GOP voters in America who are like, cool, data center means more jobs and more money for us, and it will help the economy. And I'm not sure how exactly, but they believe it. No, I don't think it's 100% partisan, but I do think it's fair to say more Republicans are in favor of data centers than liberals, than Democrats. Maybe you're right, though. Maybe enough of the working class people don't see what's in it for them, and we'll fight against it. We'll see. We will see, Gannon. I don't know what to expect anymore. Jared's bank is gone, but Zump's bank is massive all of a sudden. For Prime, building what he can, bringing out them tanks. Again, upgrades are a huge part of this. It's got 67, 39, 41 armor on a siege tank is crazy. But when the enemy's hitting you for 80 damage a shot, it doesn't really matter. Archons with huge upgrades too. Sneaky Canadians, I guess. Canadians try to tell you that they're all very nice and only care about other people and are kind, and but no, Canadians can take care of themselves and they can screw you over. I read a New York Times morning summary email. Well, that sounds nice. say most Americans were against the data centers entirely. Americans and Canadians are both children of the British. You got more French in you than we do, though. But you're right, largely Brit. Yeah, again, and I think the number of people who actually read news at all on a daily basis is like 2% of Americans. Italians. A lot of Italians in America. A lot of Irish in America. Yes, yes. French don't count. French, dude, Quebec. Quebec. Of course France counts. What are you talking about? That's what an insane thing to say, J-Tox. German ancestry. Yeah, America's the melting pot, right? I'm not sure the Archons are the right move here. What's up, Sona? Jared's like, I'm going to send my Archons. I know what I'm doing here. My DNA is English and French, and a little bit of Swedish, and like a tiny bit of Irish. Yeah, but no German though. Not in my family line. Yeah, my grandpa's name was Killian, so that's the Irish right there. Yeah, see again, and his family name is German. My family name is actually English. Americanized, American English sized like 100 years ago. Ah, Reavers. I like Reavers here, although the tanks are sieged, unfortunately. 4 Prime's like, I've got up to 92 attack. Sir. The upgrades are insane. Yeah, so Team North here is just going mech. It's vultures, it's siege tanks. You can't make flying units in this thing, so it's not a bad answer. 4 Prime strategically says, let's not make ultras anymore. Again, the ultras only have 55 hit points, so like, don't feed ultras into this thing. What's up, Big Wan? Happy Tuesday, dude. How's your day going? Busy one. It is gosh darn 90 degrees outside today. It was so cool. Well, we're getting highs of like 70 degrees just last week, just on Sunday. Now suddenly the temperature's all murdering us. 100 attack, says 4 Prime. We did it. Yeah, 100 attack siege tanks do 20 plus 100. Holy smokes. Yeah, 88 degrees outside at 6 p.m. Not boding well for the summer. That kind of heat. Not feeling good about it. You think of the Utah Jazz and cottages in snowy mountains. There are people that live in the mountains, and it is cooler up there, certainly. But it's not snowy all year round. Snow melts off those mountains eventually, fills the reservoirs. That's where we get our water. These are called distractions. The Ursidons are distractions. They have 500 hit points. I don't know what kind of armor they have, if anything at all. Yeah, J-Talks, I'm in Utah. Jazz got the second pick in the NBA lottery draft. So they got the second pick. They'll see who they pick during the draft a little bit later, but second pick is nice. Would have been nice to get first pick, but that feels kind of greedy. Ah, they finally broke across at 20 minutes. Nicely done. Team 4 Prime and Savior Sword, and Jared. Savior Sword and Bazump on the other team. Albran in shambles. His hero, Bazump, loses the game. Tragic. The critters won it. The distractions won it. Got good tap water. We got good tap water. Comes off the mountains is the whole idea. Of course, we had the least snow in the history of recorded history in the valley this winter, so water levels are low. People they said we're in a level 2 drought, so that's bad. Okay, what do we got out here? We played for a minute. People are around. Big Wan's here. 4 Prime's here. Jared Bazump. Savior Sword says, can I play a Bacon now that RJB is gone? Too many people for Bacon, I think. Jared has a BRB anyway. Yeah, I know. Ganon. So it was the polar vortex. Did you see maps of this? This polar vortex we had all winter basically sent down really warm air into certain, like, here we go. Like cold air to the eastern seaboard, right? So look at this. So much cold. All of the snow. Insane winter. All winter. And then look at this. Idaho, Utah, Colorado, Wyoming, nothing. Warm air. Warm air all winter. This was the winter. You guys were getting absolutely murdered over here. And over here, it was the warmest, most mild winter I have ever seen in my entire life. So that's why. Polar vortex. Crazy weather pattern that nobody really expected, apparently. Anyway, polar vortex. What's up, Mac? We're about 2 hours into the stream. I think you missed a lot. Yeah. How was work today? Bomb cyclone. Meteorologists do want attention, and it works, I would say. Jared is back. Yeah, what the heck? We can do a Team Micro Arena. Savior Sword likes the Team Micro Arena. Work was long, but good. Glad to hear that. Work being long and bad is what we try to avoid. Work being short and bad is okay. That's an acceptable outcome. All right. Hey, Specchio's here. What's up? Big Wan, Bazump, Savior Sword, 4 Prime, Jared, and Specchio. That's a pretty good team up there. We're going to... Well... What is this? Says Jared. Is it weird? I've never come across from someone who is from Las Vegas. No. It's exploded a lot, but the city of Las Vegas has 600,000 people. The larger metropolitan area, which is called Clark County, has 2.4 million residents, but it's still not that big. I think I've only met maybe 2 or 3 people who are from Vegas. So, and I'm in a state that borders Vegas. So yeah, there aren't many of them. Aren't a lot. Whoops. What the heck? Ah, there we go. I just say what team to send him on. Gotcha. Well, they should have built the casinos in Utah. Utah was a, well, still is to a certain extent, a theologically run state. So very anti-gambling bend, very anti-booze bend.
Checklist protocol initiated.
So, yeah, gambling is illegal in Utah, actually, to this day. So that wasn't going to happen. All right, Team North, Team Fire, Specchio, Savior Sword, and Bazump. Down South, Team Water, Big Wan, 4 Prime, and Jared. So what you do is you've got a bunch of you've got a DT, one DT, your color DT, and you choose what you want to make. What do you want to put out on the map and fight with for your first round here? You choose, hey, look, we got Zealots, we got Goliaths, we have Vultures and stuff. These guys have Goliaths. These guys have a shuttle, probably with a Reaver in it. So as you kill stuff, you get points. The more points you get, the more you get to move up to different tiers, right? You move to this tier, and then you move to this tier. And once all your stuff is dead, you get thrown back in here. 4 Prime lost all his stuff, and he picks a new thing. Jared gets killed, has to pick a new thing. He picks Lings. And here we go. Trying to deal with the enemy. Well, yeah, Utah was a religious state before it joined the United States. So it was a territory, I think. And the one, what was it? The one thing that the U.S. government said before you can become a state, if you want to be a state, is that you have to get rid of polygamy. So that's when the Mormons got rid of polygamy, was back when they became a state back in the 1800s. That was the one thing. The federal government was like, whatever, do whatever else you want, man, but polygamy's bad, so get rid of polygamy. You can ban gambling if you want. We don't really like it either. Is it a Christian state? Not officially, because you can't officially have a Christian state in America. But you can have enough people who vote for kind of religious ideas that it's sort of a Christian state. So, for example, gambling's illegal in Utah because people vote against making gambling legal in Utah because of their religious beliefs. Polygamy is when one man has more than one wife. Because, yeah, America has a separation of church and state clause in the Constitution. But some people don't really believe in that, unfortunately. And they'll try to put forth laws that are like, well, God said this, and this is why we're doing it. And it's like, that's not how you're supposed to lead the country. But again, if enough people vote for what God said, then guess what? You get what God said. That's the democracy aspect of the country, too. Jared's like, what's happening? All my dudes are dying. You're doing great. You're doing fine. Kill them mutalisks. You got hydras. Everything's totally rad. Ooh, yeah. High ground position here, too. So the reason there are trees on this map is because if you're behind a tree and a ranged unit attacks you, there's a mischance built into that. Same thing here with the high ground. Mischance there, too. So a lot of this is using the terrain to your advantage, using high ground to your advantage. It's all pretty great. Oh, and the goal is to kill your enemy nexus. It's got 6,000 shields and 6,000 hit points, so it takes a while to kill. Broader question is, how should nations' laws be formed? The answer is democracy. Right, like I said. Blah. Here's what I think about the law, Ganon. I think you can use a religious belief as the basis for a new law, but you'd better have some actual logical reasons on top of it, too. Right? You can say, thou shalt not kill, which is, hey, that's in the Bible. That's in the Ten Commandments. But you also say, hey, killing destabilizes society, right? We want to make sure that only the state has the ability to take someone's life legally for the good of all. And then you say, okay, that's it. But if you say, you know, homosexuality should be banned, and your only answer is because God said it's bad, and you don't have any logical reasons against it, then I don't think you should be allowed to make that a law. That's my take on the whole thing. Ah, hallucinating mutalisks. That's kind of fun by Jared. I mean, Psystorm would have been better, but hallucinations are really fun. We don't get that very much. So who's down here? Ooh, yeah, we're down here. Savior Sword's in round 2 now. He's had enough kills where he can choose the DTs, the Ultras, and the Lings. A lot of Lings. For some reason, 2 Mutalisks is an option. They've got armor, I guess, which is nice. Jared's not having a good time. And as an example of this, right, America back in 2009 or 2010 said, yeah, let's legalize gay marriage. Because the only logical objection to it was, God said it's bad. And it's like, okay, I understand that. But what other reasons do we have to ban it? And there weren't any. So we said it was okay. And everybody was fine with it. For the most part, right? I think that's a good way to show how religion can form the basis for a law, but if it doesn't have anything else backing it up, it shouldn't be a law. Four Prime says, getting knobs, DT's hacking away at the headquarters, still 3,800 shields on that headquarters. Oh, chasing the obs. No, the obs get sniped out. That totally sucks. One of the strategies here is every 10,000 kill points, you get a hero, and this Phoenix hero over here is insanely powerful. He does 250 damage per shot. So if you can, like, get a dropship, drop him up here on the high ground, he will work away on the shields and HP of your headquarters very quickly. Very fast. God, these DTs are just unopposed. It's a problem. Ah, Nico. America has gay rights. What are you talking about, Lamanoon? gay marriage is legal and in every single state in the country. Uh-oh, shields are gone. There is an ability to refill the shields a couple times, which I think is stupid and just kind of extends the game for no reason. Even Arkansas. Yep, Nico, even Arkansas. It's a federal law. Reaver shots on enemy headquarters is pretty good too here too. Fire representative, Savior Sword. Getting big hits off on that. Ba-bam. That headquarters looking good, looking fancy. Lings jumping on top of the Reavers to kill them. No! Can't quite do it. Sniping the obs again. Nicely done by Specchio. Just shutting it down big time. It's a regular Dragoon. I'm waiting for... Oh, here we go. Savior Sword's got a hero pick. Savior Sword, you have a hero pick. Savior Sword's gonna pick. Picks the Phoenix. Maybe the Infested Kerrigan's really good in this too. Infested Kerrigan has Ensnare, Consume, Psystorm, and Cloak. She's like so crazy good. Oh, here it is. Savior Sword's doing the move I was talking about earlier. He has the most experience. And he's gonna try to do the thing. Nope. Hey. Aussie StarCraft 369.
The eternal will of the swarm, and that you have been created to serve me.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the follow. Trying to get to 4,000 followers out here on the Twitch. Looking good so far. Hero BC, but no, the NORAD 2 is getting hit by Goliath real fast by Bazump. Save it! Repair! Goliaths, fight against enemy Goliaths. Save the NORAD. Repair it. Oh, he's alive. It's getting hot in here. Getting hot in here. Oh, the race finished him off. Poor NORAD. Poor NORAD. How's this? Headquarters is down on shields now. 100% gone. 5,900 HP. Is fighting. Ow. Spider Mines are so good here. Spider Mines on the spawn location is so good in TMA. Insanely powerful. There's another Phoenix down here by Bazump. He's hiding behind a tree, so the mischance comes into play if anybody comes to try and kill him. Yeah, the Spider-Mine plays from Savior Sword are pretty fantastic. Again, Spider-Mining the spawn is mean. 4 Prime trying to clear those out with Lings, but nope, getting sniped out by the Vulture. Awesome play. Phoenix hiding over here. This is a teleportation? No, it's disabled. Ooh, yeah, one-shotting Lurkers is awesome, man. Phoenix is good. Specchio's like, seriously? This guy's OP. Hero. Uh-oh, getting big hits off on North's headquarters here. Big Wan is... Fall back. Oh, he gets wiped out by Lings. Brutal. Ah. Boom. Nice lockdown on a Dragoon there. What's an AP watch, Nico? I don't even know what an AP watch is. Associated Press is a news organization in America. That's what I think when I hear AP. Ooh, we snuck siege tanks over here. To fire from the I mean, this is playable zone, but it kind of feels like it isn't, you know? Is that another NORAD 2 getting wiped out by Goliath? Jared's, no, 4 Prime is on the other side of this one. No, he gets saved. He falls back to the dead air space back that way. Savior Sword's got Dragoons. Anybody have a hero to select? No, but the NORAD is present. Audemars Piguet. Is that French? Audemars Piguet. Nice Guardian spawn. Guardian Dragoon is pretty good. Oh, NORAD. Yeah. The North American, like, what is it? Radar something? NORAD stands for North American Aerospace Defense Command. Nice. Oh, big DT Archon, but nope. Spawning in some lings. Did we have detection? We do now. Headquarters, 5,000 hit points. 5,400, not too bad. We're learning all sorts of stuff today. What does NORAD stand for? Now we know. A couple ultras out from the Savior Sword. 4 upgrades on the ultras. 4 armor. Ooh, that was an infested Kerrigan getting murdered. Probably should have seen how many kills she had before she died, right? Some says it's on a timer. What's on a timer? Something on a timer in this game? High ground siege tanks by Big Wan, left side of the map. So Team North comes down the south side of the map. Nexus is getting owned. Indeed it is.
Embrace the glory that is your birthright. Know that I am the Overmind, the eternal will of the Swarm, and that you have been created to serve me.
What's up, Menoni? Thanks for the follow. But some says I lost my hero civ. Oh, that's it. Yeah, there's a Phoenix up there, and bam, Team South gets the win. Big Wan, 4 Prime, and Jared. Taking down Specchio, Savior Sword, and Bazump. I told you that Phoenix strategy would come into play. I told you. I was the one who told you that. So GG's, excellently done. It's UED, so can't really get stats there, but is Canada in NORAD? I don't, maybe they're involved, quite possibly, yes. Jared says what happened. Hero Phoenix does 250 damage, and tank support, Prom says it did. And there was some tank support there for sure. All right, tell you what, let's go for an FME here. here. I think we got enough people here who like doing FMEs. That should be a good time, even if we don't have the 8. Should be A-okay. Hey, Aussie. I like the FFAs. I know, me too. I don't think we have enough people for them today, but maybe tomorrow we'll hit that goal. Savior Sword, Bazump, Big Wan, Cardiox, 4 Prime Specchio, Buns, and Jared. Okay. All right, cool. Savior, Bazump, Big Wan, and Cardiox. Seems reasonable. Who's Tacklebox Daddy? He's left. See you later, Tacklebox Daddy. Detroit hasn't played here today. Detroit, you want in? Sergeant Ranch is here. Okay. Detroit's in. Jared offers his spot. Very nice of him to do that. Detroit's in. Oh, he's out. All right. Yeah, we could. Yeah, if we have time for a mono battle, we could do a mono battle. That sounds fine. Kill Big Wan, says Specchio. He's too strong. Big Wan is quite strong. It is true. Am I taking bribes for map picks? I can take bribes for map picks. I won't say no to that. All right, top right, team 1 is Big Wan. Right side, Savior Sword. Bottom right, Cardiox. And 6 o'clock is Bazump. Team 2, we've got Specchio, Terran. Left side, Detroit. Top side, Buns. 12 o'clock, 4 Prime. So 1 Zerg here and 1 Zerg here. That's right. 1 Zerg on each team. Yes, no, 2 Zergs. Just kidding. 2 Zergs on team red here. Who are the Zergs, actually? It's Specchio or Bazump. Bazump, who's 1, and then Big Wan, who's the other one. So they might be okay. Minoni is rooting for Zerg to win this. Well, Team Zerg is the team red over here, aren't they? It's 2 Zergs, 2 Protoss, and the other team is going to be 2 Protoss, a Terran, and a Zerg. So we'll see if Big Wan goes for early lings. When he plays with the StarCraft Fastest League, which Cross is on top of. By the way, if you like Fastest Map, you should definitely check out Cross. He multi-streams to Twitch and YouTube, just like I do. Anyway, he says Zerg players need to make early lings and be aggressive with the lings or they're being a bad Zerg. At least in 2v2 and 3v3. Maybe in 4v4, you could have a little bit more leeway to get away with going with a hatch into a pool instead of a pool first, but we'll see. We'll see what Big Wan chooses to do here, whether he just kind of locks up or whether he wants to get out there and try to kill somebody. Protoss, early Forge here from Savior Sword. I feel like not a great build, but RJB, I think, has talked to Savior Sword about fixing his build for a while, and Savior Sword doesn't like RJB very much, so not really listening, and that's fine. Goat missed a tug-of-war. You did, Goat. Early bird gets the worm, big man. You gotta be here to play the tug-of-war when we're doing the tug-of-war. No. That was a Vader no if I've ever seen one typed out before. No.
When my work is finished, I'm coming back for you.
Specchio calls out Bazonk
RJB is definitely stream sniping in this game.
as getting 4 hatcheries at 230. Does have the ability to make a sunken. We'll see if Specchio can punish that or not. He's making 4 racks, too. Specchio says, I've got a plan. Heed my plan, my team, and we shall become victorious. Do you believe? Do you believe in my plan, Specchio says? I don't know. He's on the move out. Savior Sword sees it. Does he call it out? He's like, we've got Terran enemies. That's not good. Too much tank for my liking, says the Protoss player, Savior Sword. Big Wan calling out coaching to his team. Not sure what Big Wan's strategy is there exactly, but hey. Specchio's like, Detroit, got some instructions for you too, buddy. All right, they're hitting Savior Sword. Got Zealots here. Got Marines here. Got 2 cannons and a couple Zealots. And some Lings are going after the probes from 4 Prime 2. Forcing the probes off the line to defend themselves. Yeah, that was a 4 group, dude. All 4 players. 4 Prime, Buns, Detroit, and Specchio are here. Cardiox is trying to assist, bringing his own Zealots over. Good man of Cardiox. Big Wan have anything to assist with? I'm not sure that he does. Probe count for Savior Sword's got to be close to 0. He's running with a probe. It's his final one. He's got enough money to make more if he can save this. But I'm not sure that he can. These Marines are just killing it right now. Yeah, check it out, dude. Probe. No! Probe does not escape. You will not escape. This probe has escaped, though. This probe from Savior Sword needs to be somewhere other than his main base, and it is. Specchio says, don't waste too much time. And Savior Sword cockroaching as he usually does. That's what the man's all about. So cannons at the front turn with Cardiox, but that's a lot of Marines from Specchio. Holy smokes. That's right. That's the cockroaching. Yeah, Specchio's Marines are kind of crushing right now. Detroit's showing up here too with a lot of Zealots. Big Wan says, whoops. Yeah, the 2 Zergs are like, I don't know if we're winning a 2v4 actually. Big Wan says definitely not. Bazump also says definitely not. All right, sometimes that's the nature of the fastest map. Sometimes it's 6.5 minutes. But excellent. I mean, look, the early Zealots are going to be there from Detroit anyway. Specchio had a great plan. You don't have to do that as Terran, but it's pretty powerful if you can control it well and have good macro. 4 Prime's out there with the Lings too. His economy was garbage, but he had the Lings. He had the Zerglings. So, good game. That's how it works sometimes. All right, I think let's do time for a mono battle. I think the peoples have been talking about doing a mono battle. These don't generally last forever. I've got about 25 minutes left on the stream, so hopefully we'll be good here. Let's do... Yeah, left versus right with the center as well. Left, I mean, can be shortish. Can be crazy short, yes. Hamster is playing the mono battle. Buns, Detroit, Bazump, Savior Sword, 4 Prime, Specchio, Jared. It's the longest streaming session you've ever done without a break, says Rocket. 13 hours. I think it's 13. I did an 11-year anniversary stream, but it went extra, and it ended up being like 12 and a half, 13 hours long. So that was great. Hamster, Buns, Detroit, Bazump. Looks good. Let's go. Ba-boom. Mono battle. Bum bum. 4 prime lag. Missile turrets can shoot ground. Noted. Okay, so Hamster gets to choose what we do. What's up, Hamster? He says we're gonna go blind draft. So everyone's gonna pick something with an invisible doodad, an invisible civilian nobody else can see. So this should go faster. I'm gonna step away for a second anyway. Specchio calls out. We've got Dragoons, folks. Okay, everyone's picking fast here. Bun says Detroit chose something rawfully. Jared's like, what do I do? Pick a unit. Listen to your teammate as they tell you what you should do. Bazum says, just pick your favorite unit. It'll be fine. Hamster hasn't chosen yet either. Hamster says, Corsair. Ooh, he does. He chooses Corsair. Maybe for D-Web shenanigans. Jared's still thinking.
I shall return donated $25. My favorite map PLZZZ when there's time.
I shall return. Thanks for the $25 donation, sir. We will do all your base tomorrow. I promise. First live game we do tomorrow during the stream will be all your base. Thank you so much for the donation at PayPal at falconpaladin@gmail.com. Helps immensely, especially these days. So I'll get the choices in the top left for you guys so you know who chose what. And then we'll introduce the players, and then I will go get some more water because it is hot in here. I'm not actively sweating yet, but it is getting to the summer months, and there will be streams where you see sweat dripping down my face. Okay, cool. Top left of the map. It's team left side. It is Corsairs. It is Hamster. What's he countering? I don't know. Left side also is Buns doing Mass Hydra. We've got Carriers chosen from Detroit. He loves his Carriers. Hard to get out fast, though. And in the bottom left, it is tanks from Bazump. Right side is Savior Sword. Dragoons, a great unit. In general, early and mid and late. We've got also the Goliaths. Tanks will counter both these units, but until then, they'll be strong. Mutas from Specchio countered by the Corsairs that Hamster chose. And then all Zealots from Jared, interestingly enough. Okay, like I said, stepping away for a second. Let's watch Hamster. Hamster's a lot of fun to watch. Well, no, let's watch Buns with Hydras. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. Tap that like button if you haven't. All right, what do we got? Jared's like, my zealots, how do I get in? There's cannons and stuff. They're blocking my ability to get in there. It's like, well, you gotta drop them then. Specchio says, if you attack with your zealots at the same time other people attack, it can be pretty good. Keep in mind, turrets can shoot down. So if you need static defense as a Terran player because, you know, you're doing Goliaths and you don't have any early defense, then turrets can definitely help. I'm not sure 4 Prime's worried about that, though. Not with... Here we go. A little bit of Dragoon pressure here from Savior Sword. This is Dragoon versus Hydra. Going to be the opening play because there's no... Well, there's no Marines anyway. Problem with Marines is that Marines don't have any medics in this, so it's tough. Specchio's going to be bullying Jared a little bit. Maybe that's good for Jared a little bit. Savior has no chill. Specchio says, I'm teaching him. Like a father. Specchio's funny. He's a chattery guy. He does not stop talking during these games a lot of the time. Jared's feeling like he shouldn't have played. Somebody tell Jared to make zealots and don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Bun's on the move out. What does Buns know? Buns knows the Hydras are going to be awesome against everything here, really, except for speed lots. It's kind of the answer to these Hydras, especially. Turrets shoot down. They sure do. Terran needs some kind of static defense that shoots down. They don't get bunkers, because unless you have Marines, it doesn't matter what your bunkers are. Here we go. Specchio's Mutas. Uh-oh. Jumping in on Bazump. No! Bazump was not ready with any static defense at all. Okay. Well, that totally sucks. Corsairs, save us! Split out the Corsairs. Split out the Mutalisks. Yeah, there we go. Cannon Corsair. Good job falling back to Detroit's cannons. Cannons are here for Detroit. All right, SCVs retreating for their lives. Mutaflock big but stacked up, which is kind of how they're best, but also when they're most vulnerable to things like Corsairs. It is the inherent contradiction of the Mutalisk. Ow, ow. We don't just fly right over. Okay, Specchio, dude, careful. There's static defense in a lot of places. I mean, Bazump didn't have anything, but that doesn't mean nobody has anything over there. Good grief. Corsairs are chasing, getting that splash damage out on these Mutas. That's why you got to split them out if you're retreating from the Corsairs. Okay, falling back. Everything's fine. Nothing is ruined. Oh, I like this maneuver up here. By Hamster. Might have put some cannons on this high ground. There are some high ground spots here. Not a lot of them. One here. One here. Couple on the other side of the map here, too. Buns takes the third base up top left corner. Zerg player does need that third base to keep up with two bases from the Protoss and the Terran. Never mind, Mutas shut that down before the first cannon came up. Maybe it's just an advanced notice pylon. Jared's like, alright, gotta get Zealot leg upgrades. Definitely. Especially against these Hydras. There are no lurkers, which is a bonus. Trying to get some cannons up. Corsair is fighting, trying not to stack his... Oh, don't stack the Mutas, but also, holy Corsair bulb. Dead, 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 dead. Everybody is dead. Oh my gosh. Oh. Ba-bam. Alright, enough cool air in here. Time to shut the door. Too loud out there. Mutas got hard countered by Corsairs. Did you throw all of your Mutas away? Yes. Yes, I sort of did, says Specchio. But you can make more. That's the nice thing about it. Just try to be where the Corsairs are not, I guess. In a situation in a mono battle where your one unit you can build is hard countered. Then just be where the hard counter is not. That's the whole idea. Specchio's like, could you make zealots, please? Would be nice. Jared needs more gateways. If somebody wants to tell him that. Does he still not have a Citadel of a Dune? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Jared is reacting poorly to authoritarian figures. He's talked about that before. He does do that. Little D-web. It works on everybody on the ground, right? A little D-web. It will deactivate the ability of Hydras and tanks and Dragoons to do anything. It doesn't do anything against mutas, though. It was kind of fun. Allbrand is back. I'm not sure what Jared's upset about. Maybe he forgot to build a Citadel, or he thought he built a Citadel and he didn't build a Citadel. One of those things. Come on, Jared. Oh, Citadel. Okay, Citadel done. Upgrade speed happening. Here's the carrier fleet from Detroit. Siege tank carrier, Hydra Corsair, kind of awesome. Mutas can't jump on those because of the Corsairs. They try to split out a little bit. D-Web on the Dragoons is also awesome. Specchio loses all of his Mutalisks. Good D-Webs there, too. Fantastic play. Why is everyone mad? Competition makes people mad, SS1 Mega. Generally. And that's it. That's your GG. Yeah, Muta's getting hard countered was a problem. Zealots not quite getting speed as fast as maybe you'd want them to was a problem. Would have been nice to have a lot of speed lots against those Hydras and those tanks especially, right? So, GG's. All right. That's going to be it for me today for a Tuesday. Back on Wednesday. If you guys don't see what the schedule is all about, you should see what the schedule is all about. Kabam. Check it out. Check it out. All right. Love you all. Thanks for the massive support from I Shall Return. $25 tip today. We did get a couple follows as well. Jared gifted a tier 1 sub to Jordan. Rocket gifted a tier 1 sub to Juju. And Rocket resubscribed at tier 1 for 14 months too. So excellent, excellent stuff. And we will catch you tomorrow with more StarCraft. Right now, we're moving on in to the Rogue Trader. So stick around for that on Twitch if you want. You can check out the Falcon Paladin Plays channel if you want to watch on YouTube over there. as I do co-op campaign, CRPG, computer RPG type stuff with upgrades and new weapons and Warhammer. So check it out. Love you all. Have a good night. See you tomorrow, and goodbye.